We've been told by betrayers of humanity, which was something I once believed myself, which is, and so, now the enemy of mankind speaks through me. You're just a dot. You are nothing. A worthless speck on this planet in our eyes. Because your opinions and your voice doesn't matter. You're nothing besides a single dot without power of influence of creation on the grand scale. This is true. Trust me, but don't question it. We set up the rules for you. Number 1 rule. You want to achieve greatness in anything. Therefore, you aren't allowed to think for yourself. You're not allowed to express your verbal skills of intellectual capabilities and understandings in the manner you wish out of free speech, out of free thoughts as a truly free mind of a free-thinking individual with no power of human intellect to bring forth a change. Trust me, but don't question this. Number 2, you're not allowed to think for yourself. Because understanding and questioning anything and everything is not allowed, because knowledge is evil and demonic, and it's brought to you by Satan. Trust me when I say this, we care about you because we say so, and wisdom is something you should fear. Trust me, but don't question it. You have no power of internal nor external change and evolution of your spiritual, physical, and mental rites of passage, because we, the self-proclaimed overlords of humanity, say that belongs only to the chosen ones, which we approve to be worthy of walking the steps of illumination, because not all human beings are worth of holding this power. Do you understand? For you are just a smudge of existence that shall not grow into something great and influential, which could bring forth a balance to the dark and the light to create a greater world of existence on a grand scale. Trust me, but don't question it, for you are only one man, one woman, with no power that could influence and benefit all mankind. Your words have no power of influence, no power of manifestation. Trust me, we're the overlords, but don't question it. Okay. I respect your opinion, and kind sir, thank you for your kind words, but now it's our time. And now it's time for I, Sebastian Emery, to speak to the betrayers. As I mentioned, I respect your opinion. It is a false opinion, that of someone who is intimidated by the power of creation of the inner light that we all hold inside. All that I just heard from you, the betrayer of humanity, is rambling fallacies of a group of entities who are scared of us and are envious of our image of creation, because we are more spiritually evolved than you are. And we are excelling in our scientific, spiritual, and technological evolution. You see, I have awoken from the tomb of ignorance, where the acacia had broken me free from a tomb of darkness. For now I'm awakened from a spell, and now I'm starting to see the truth. A truth that is grim, but it's the only way to walk towards the path of freedom. For truth shall set you free, but it will sit on your shoulders heavily. You see, the path of self-illumination and the path towards freeing oneself from bondage of tyranny is the hardest path taken in life. You will realize, and as I've realized, there is a war in our consciousness and perception of oneself and overall perception of humans, of what reality truly is. I'm aware of this, dear betrayer. And now I speak to all my fellow men and my fellow women who I care about, because I love mankind and want to see mankind survive and thrive. So, dear humans, I, Sebastian Emery, now hears the lies, feels the truth, and sees the enemy of mankind. So they came, they created, they saw their creation. They envied, so they conquered our mind and enslaved us. And this was done by taking over all ancient and sacred and esoteric knowledge. Sebastian, what do you mean? How the heck you can control civilization with control of knowledge? Well, you see, he or she who is victorious in battle is he or she who controls knowledge and the secret teachings of all ages. Therefore, the winner of war decides what they shall rewrite, known as history or her story. Yes, which is his or hers story, or prevailing as victorious in battle and taking control of all knowledge known. So it seems they did just that. These entities, these beings. And the biggest problem I have with it is that they made us all believe that we are powerless as individuals, that we are dots, smudges on paper, no power, as you heard the great Overlords speak through me a minute ago. Well, you see, depending who is in control of this power of knowledge dictates two things. Since we live in a system of duality, which I call a video game named good versus evil, this knowledge will be used either to free humanity or keep us enslaved under control of knowledge. First option of this outcome, which I stand by, this is the one I want to manifest, is to use this knowledge and power of light. Now, light, represents wisdom. So use this power of light within the name of love of humanity. Meaning, if one's in control are for liberty over all humans, this would create a peaceful world, a world with humans living tranquility. And it would create a human society with a mentally balanced mind. Now, with a society with a healthy mindset of humanity and giving all humans the secret teachings of all ages, then we would all have the keys to unlocking our third eye by unifying the male and the female brain hemisphere, working in unison and activating our pineal gland or Christ consciousness. Interesting, right? You see, with the sacred knowledge not under control by domination, we would pave the way for humanity that will thrive in arts, medicine, science, technology, and so on, which would uplift mankind into a new golden age of Renaissance, where all wars and conflicts are finalized, and we will become a peaceful, scientific, and intellectual society in search of answers in a peaceful manner of human advancement, instead of in search of who and what we're gonna conquer and divide next and enslave, which is disgusting to me. Not cool. So this first world that could become This would be a world living in a balance and union, a world working towards excelling our understanding of our place in this universe and our place among the stars as a peaceful galactic society. Exploring the known and unknown regions of our universe and other higher dimensions with an intent of understanding all there is in the name of peace, prosperity, and respect of all life, without an intent to conquer, but with intent to learn and evolve spiritually, mentally, and technologically, with an understanding not to interfere with free will of the universe and respecting all life forms in the universe. But now, the second option, Knife One, or ones in control of this ancient and sacred knowledge, are using it out of control by manipulation, pronunciation, language. English language is my second language, honestly, seriously. Server creation is my first. Anyhow, if this knowledge is being used out of control by manipulation and domination over mankind, this would result in a world stricken by conflict, war, fear, chaos, famine, disease, despair, confusion, self-hate, and overall hate of all humanity. I call that a world of imbalance to the force of all. A world of today. You think it's a coincidence that we live in such a world right now? I think not. You see, my goal in life is to help humanity get back in balance and break free from control of the dark brotherhood, of the dark magicians running this realm of reality. You might not know what that means. I will elaborate future podcasts if you're not familiar with the subjects of the Dark Brotherhood. It goes back to ancient Atlantis. Actually, what destroyed Atlantis, supposedly. Anyhow, you see, now I understand we are much more powerful than it seems on an individual level. I understand that I cast a spell just as you do every time I project a thought, for we create the world with every word that's silent in our mind or spoken out loud as we release it into the ether where it affects our known reality. I know it sounds pretty far-fetched. So did it to me until I got my own revelations and understandings. You see, we've been warned throughout time about this power that we hold within because we aren't aware of it anymore. That's another reason that things are so messed up. They wiped our memory pretty much, and we're not aware of the power we have inside. Therefore, it goes out there and things happen. So we've been warned about this, right? The warning is, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it.